Hey everybody, this is Brittany with the Homestead Trail. In today's video, we're going to be giving our chicken barn a makeover. So this building came with our property whenever we bought it. It's not quite to my taste, but it is structurally sound and it is the correct size of what we need. So it doesn't make any sense to tear it down, but I do want to give it a little bit of a facelift. It does kind of have like the rustic feel going to it, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit more Joanna Gaines. So we'll see if we succeed. Alright, so the first thing we did was paint it all that farmhouse white. Our initial plan was to actually whitewash it so that that weathered wood color and texture would come through, and really to keep the barn from, looking too bright and too stark and really sticking out too much. We ended up buying Valspar Stormcoat in the color Lemon Edge in exterior flat. Stormcoat is 100% acrylic, which is what you need to use to dilute with water in order to whitewash. We ended up doing a couple of swatches and we decided just to use the full strength paint and not dilute it at all. We were going to do one coat, but you'll see later we ended up doing two because where the layers would overlap, it ended up looking pretty patchy. I am really happy with this color though. It's kind of a creamier yellow based white. And it still allowed that texture of the wood to come through. You can see all those holes and the knots and the dents, and it still keeps that vintagey feel that I was going for. Here's a tip if you're planning on a project like this. If you can wait until Memorial or Labor Day weekend, Lowe's has these awesome $15 rebates on gallons of paint and stain. So each gallon of that Stormcoat ended up only being about $7, which is about as cheap as you're going to find a good brand of paint. Here you can see I'm staining those lower boards with Rustoleum stain in charcoal gray. You'll see this color again shortly whenever we add the trim. I am so glad that nothing happened while I was on this ladder. I feel like there's some Murphy's Law that says if you're recording while you're on top of a ladder, an accident is going to happen. It's guaranteed. So luckily I came out unscathed. This was the part I was probably the most excited about, painting that ugly white door. Again, we used Valspar Stormcoat, this time in exterior satin, and the color we chose was Hampton Blue, which is this gorgeous, deep, bright blue. You can't really see it because the door is open right now, but we'll show you here in a minute. And also you can see that porch light hanging to the right of me there. You'll see that later, but we did end up replacing that with a really cute black farmhouse style porch light that we got off of Amazon. I'll try to link that down below. This project took 3 days over Labor Day weekend to complete. You can see those storm clouds above me in this clip. It just kept raining on and off on us, so it really only should have taken about 2 days to finish painting everything, but the weather didn't cooperate, so it took a little bit longer. This is me doing our second coat. You can see kind of the patchiness there where I'm covering. It's starting to look good. Here's where I enlisted the help of my husband. We had cut and stained these super cheap 1x2x8 boards with that charcoal gray stain you saw earlier. And we used those to put up frames around the windows, that door, and the big side door there. This just really made everything look more finished and put together. And he just used an air nailer to attach them. For that big door on the left, I would love to get a little garage door that we can open and close on there, but those are pretty pricey and it's not really in the budget right now, so the tarp is just going to have to stay. We do store hay and straw in there, and the tarp does keep everything dry, so it does its purpose, so it can stay. This next step was another part I was super excited about, and that was adding some window boxes to both of the windows. You can see here my husband is adding some boards for some extra support and to give us something to attach those to. We ended up painting the window boxes the same color as the door, that Hampton blue, and they turned out really, really cute. And the very last thing we had to do was add that frame to that side opening there. You can see we had to use the truck to help us with the height a little bit, but it worked. To the right there is the finished window boxes, and you can see our new light on the front there. Super cute, really happy with the way that it turned out. You can tell it's getting dark. This is the last day. We were so close to being finished. Yeah, so this is the completed, finished look. You can see I added some mums to the window boxes. There's just a real simple DIY wreath to the front door there. I also added a really cheap doormat. I try not to spend too much money on that because I know the chickens and the geese will poop all over it and destroy it in like 2 seconds. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy with the way that it turned out. Here is a quick video of the before to remind you of all the homeliness we had to work with. There in the run, you can see our rooster scratching around. You can see our little flower boxes we had added. So that was our big Coop makeover. It is not perfect by any means, but I am really happy with the way that it turned out. I do think it would be Joanna Gaines approved. If you think it looks better, give this video a thumbs up. If you think we ruined it, just keep that to yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.